Alright, what's good? Welcome back to another Rugby League Live 3 video. Back playing some Beer Pro as Ashley Taylor. So before we get into this week's game, I'm going to quickly run the rules and objectives. Alright, so if you're new around here and don't know what survival is, basically it's a chance for me to play as a star player of your choice, and our objectives are to make the finals and ultimately win the premiership. There is a little bit of a catch. The reason it's called survival is because we have to make it to finals week without losing a game with the star player we chose. It's really just a chance for me to play with pro players you'd like to see instead of going through a whole season with just one player. Anyway, so if we lose during regular season, we restart with a new star player, sim to the round we lost, and continue from there. And that's where things can get a little tricky, because if we lose late in the season, we could sim back and have no chance to make the 8, thus resulting in the end of the series. So that's pretty much a Beer Pro survival in a nutshell. It's pretty much like survival mode in a fighting game. The idea for the series, however, was inspired by Insane's How Far Off the Star, so his links will be in the description below. Alright, so we're in round 25, getting ready to take on the Dragons, who are currently sitting at 7th. As for us, we've moved up another spot, now sitting at 3rd. As we look at how this season went so far, 12 wins for the season, 10 losses, and from their past 5 they've won 3, currently coming off a loss. That loss was against the Panthers. It was a pretty close game, but the Panthers were just too good, scoring 17 points to their 10. As we check out their squad, it's pretty much the same squad from yesterday's video in my Warriors coach mode. But yeah, anyway, we're coming off a pretty big win. It was against the Raiders and we beat them 28 points to 6. Just absolutely ran a train through them. It's funny because in that game I was talking up the Titans a lot, talking about how good their attack's been so far this season. Then when it came to their game on the weekend, they got beat by the Sea Eagles, who are currently doing pretty good. As Fi Law runs about 70 odd meters for the Dragons' first try. I'm pretty sure he was also the first try scorer in yesterday's game, as Woodhip hits the uprights and he's going to keep that 4-point lead. But yeah, what was I talking about? Alright, Manly. Yeah, so they played Manly this past weekend. It was a home game for the Titans and Manly bested them 30 points to 10. Pretty poor performance all around by the team. Not too sure what was the go, but they were probably too excited about that win last week against Melbourne. But yeah, anyway, back to the game at hand. We're running onto it. Hold the pass out for Hurrell. He bumps off one defender, then continues to power his way over the line for our first try of the game. Our first assist as we take the conversion. And it's good for 2 points and the lead. So back in attack, we're about 15 minutes in. Just outside their 20. We're going to throw up the high ball on the 5th tackle. It was a pretty terrible kick, but Vito comes down with it. So we try again with the high ball. It was another kick that was too short. This time gets batted back by Hayne, right into the breadbasket of McInnes, and he's going to race away here. He runs about 90 something meters, going coast to coast for their second try of the game. Finally grounds it under the posts, as Woodhip takes the kick from right in front. And they take the lead once again, up by 4 points. Alright, so we managed to fight our way back to their 10. We're about 5 out. 4th tackle, running onto it on the blind side, we show the pass and we're going to slide right through. That's our first for the match as we get the green lights here. Taking the kick from out wide, about 3 meters in from the touchline, and we're going to nail the kick. So we retake the lead up by 2 points. 4 minutes before half time, back in attack. As we call for the ball, dummy inside, go wide to Hurrell, and if you look closely, we kind of impede the defenders, putting him one-on-one with Josh Dugan, bumps him off again, then powers his way over again for his second try of the game, as we fail to convert, heading into the break with a 6-point lead. As we take a quick look at the halftime stats here, dominating time in possession, and the Dragons started off hot with a couple of tries, but as soon as we got going, we've been pretty hard to contain. As we get close to their line once again in the second half, we're inside the final 10 minutes of the match. As we take the tackle, we're about 5 meters out. So running onto it here, we put on a little bit of footwork before the line, then we put Bulu through a gap. A small gap, but he manages to crash over the line. This ends up being the final try of the game, as we convert the try, and it's going to be full time here at Seabus Super Stadium. We defeat the Dragons 22 points to 10. As we take a quick look at the full-time stats here, we pick up man of the match once again. As always, don't forget to drop kick that like button for more content. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.
I could get you more, a little more, whatever you need.